The Supreme Court today heard oral arguments in a First Amendment case experts say could have implications for the 2024 election. Murthy versus Missouri is a lawsuit against the Biden administration. It focuses on the government's communications with social media companies and whether the alleged conduct went too far in trying to counter disinformation online. Bloomberg's Tyler Kendall joins us now from the Supreme Court with the details. Tyler?
Hey, Kaylee, the name Murthy in this case might sound familiar because that's Vivek Murthy, the U.S. Surgeon General. He's one of numerous Biden administration officials being sued over allegations they crossed the line when it came to trying to tamp down and combat misinformation online. A group of social media users, along with two Republican attorneys general from Louisiana and Missouri, are alleging that key agencies within the Biden administration, like the CDC, essentially coerced big tech companies like Meta's Facebook and the platform formerly known as Twitter, now X, to take down posts that it disagreed with. A lot of the content in question here has to deal with the pandemic, such as the origins of COVID-19 and the efficacy around vaccines, but it also extended beyond that. For example, posts related to the validity of the 2020 election results. So the big question here is how far can the government go to encourage social media companies in their content moderating decisions and whether or not that can veer into censorship. I spoke to one expert who said there is a fine line when it comes to persuasion versus coercion. Take a listen to what he told me.
What the court has to do in this case is to draw a line that polices the government and make sure the government isn't coercing or trying to censor content with which it disagrees, while at the same time allowing the government to provide facts or provide information that allow platforms to make better moderation decisions.
The government is appealing the last ruling. That was from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which found the Biden administration asked for specific posts to be removed and pressed the companies to change their content moderation policies. The court felt officials threatened legal consequences if there wasn't compliance, such as reforms to liability under Section 230 and antitrust enforcement. The government says it's entitled to share information, particularly when it's in the public's safety interest. And they also say that there was no coercion. Now, I want you guys to take a listen to one of the key conservative justices today signaling that he's reluctant to impose any restrictions when it comes to the government's communications with social media companies. Take a listen here.
In my experience is the United States, in all its manifestations, has regular communications with the media to talk about things they don't like or don't want to see or complaining about factual inaccuracies.
Now, Joe and Kaylee, we're not expecting a decision in this, but of course, that just takes us closer to November and the general election.